Have you ever had times where your speech is just mumbled or jumbled and you fumble? It's a nice rhyme. And yes, I've had plenty of times where I just mess up when I'm speaking, and it's kind of embarrassing, to be honest. And I'm sure you have as well. The thing is, almost every single time there was a common trait. And that common trait was either the first time I ever opened my mouth and used my voice, or it was the first time that I was speaking to someone in that day. So I remember on Fridays, especially during my fall semester, I didn't need to talk to anyone whatsoever for like in the morning into the afternoon, and then finally in the evening there are some club events that I attend to weekly, and so when I go and I do talk to someone there, it was really awkward because I was talking and then I just felt like I was out of practice. I was talking to someone and then the conversation did not flow. Like, we talked and then there was silence, and yes, it wasn't awkward silence, but the conversation never grew past anything like professional. It didn't become friendly in a way. It was just very distant. And then other times I remember I would talk very softly so that another person would need to ask me to repeat what I said. Other times I would talk really fast or in conjunction with talking softly, which both are not very conducive to having a person understand you and really listen to you. And so what you could imagine was I was basically like a nervous chipmunk appearing next to a human and just like looking at the towering human above me and then praying that he doesn't squash me or something. But not that you should squash chipmunks, because they're cute. Now that I've like given you like the scenarios as well as the problem, potentially, what are some solutions to this? And the best one is, when you wake up, use your throat to swallow things. But no, use your throat as in use your voice. Sing, talk to someone else. Even talking to yourself is good. Or you can do Om chanting, like Om. You want to really engage your throat. You want to engage all the ranges of your voice. And so what is this really doing? This is pretty much giving your voice a warm-up. It's lubricating your throat. That's one way to put it. Once you use your voice in any regards, talking in itself will become easier. You may find that talking to yourself versus like Om chanting or singing is better, because talking to yourself sort of emulates social conversations instead of singing where you're not really talking or speaking to anyone else. And so you might find that talking to yourself or talking to someone else is better. And so like I said, this is basically foreplay, right? You're getting warmed up before going into action. And in addition, this is sort of practicing your voice, and with all things that you practice, you get better at. The more you practice your voice, the better you will get at it. And so to do this, you want to really talk to as many people as you can in the morning. Talk to as many people as you can throughout the day. And you want to do this because you don't know if you're going to talk to someone who you really want to talk to, like, well, later on in the day. You might meet a pretty cute girl, and then she seems pretty attracted to you as well. And then, you might want to start chatting with her. But, because you didn't warm up that one day, the conversation becomes very awkward, and it devolves into something that you would be too embarrassed to tell your friends about. And, well, that's kind of sad. So, do it. Who knows what might happen every single day. Plus, it makes your conversations all throughout the day much better than if you didn't do it. If you don't have anyone to talk to, it's fine, talk to yourself. And sure, you might say that that's lame, only lonely people talk to themselves. But, if it helps me with my goals, I will surely be lonely in the morning. You don't need to talk to yourself. You can also sing. Sing loudly and proudly. Use your voice. Project your voice. Really use all that you can. Projecting your voice, you want to use as much volume as you can, because you will be warming up your vocal cords to their fullest extent. And it's like playing an instrument, right? You always want to warm up before playing an instrument. Otherwise, you can't do it to the best of your abilities. Right? So, if this was the best of your abilities, and you can achieve this by warming up and then playing, around here would probably be the best of your abilities if you didn't warm up, right? There's a big gap, and you want to have the best speaking skills. And so you should and you really need to warm up your voice. So all in all, the best tip to speak better to everyone throughout the day is literally just practice speaking in the morning. Have someone as your practice friend or something, or just practice with yourself. Speak loudly, use your vocal cords to their fullest extent, project your voice, say things loudly, say things slowly, and by doing this every single day, your speech will get that much better with the people that you talk to.